What were your thoughts? What did you see that you liked today?
Well, your first day of pads, obviously it was a big thing. A lot of energy. This is 3 straight days of a lot of energy, a lot of excitement out here. These guys are focused in. And that's the biggest thing I saw. I saw guys flying around. I think we're a long way from where we need to be, but man, we've come a long way in just a short period of time. So 3 days into this thing, I'm extremely excited about the direction of this spring.
Where was Courtland Sutton today?
Courtland was actually at the combine. He's sitting on a panel for the NCAA talking about players that chose to come back and pursue their degree. He was selected on that, which is really a prestigious honor, so it was neat to see him up there. So he gets to hang out at the combine and watch today.
How do you and Coach Craddock balance the progression of Ben Hicks and Rafe Peavy being here last year with teaching DJ Gillens from the start? How do you split up the teaching process?
Well, a lot of that comes, in the meeting rooms. That's the biggest thing. A lot of interaction that goes on in the meeting rooms when you get your hour and a half meetings each day with these guys, and to watch those guys progress there. DJ is limited right now. He's coming off of his knee injury, but so he's able to get some reps in and scale. I know we didn't have any skelly situations today, but he's usually able to get those in during that time. But any 11-on-11 he doesn't. He gets all of his drill work and his technique work during the period. So we're excited about that. But you do, and then we'll rotate these guys in once DJ's eligible to be back right after spring break. These guys will be able to we'll rotate, and we give them. They don't know what group they're going to run with, and a lot of that's planned, and to see how they respond.
What have you seen out of Trey Quinn so far?
Well, first of all, he's a phenomenal person. That's number one. He's an incredible football player, but he's a phenomenal person. But Trey Quinn's exactly what I thought he was when I was recruiting a long time ago. He's a playmaker. He's an extremely smart football player that loves to play the game, and he's a difference maker.
You have a new addition to your staff, Jeff Traylor. What do you like about him? What's the biggest strength that he adds and brings to your staff?
Well, he brings a lot of wisdom to our staff, and he's a guy that's been around ball his whole life, and just loves kids, loves to interact with the players, knows how to coach them hard. Really just enjoy his wisdom, his knowledge, and bringing, anytime you can bring somebody off someone else's staff in here to give different ways, different ideas that things have been done, and to get his viewpoint on things. And so I'm excited about him. I know the players have jumped right in, and they got a really good group and getting closer every day.
A lot of the guys on your staff, you had previous relationships. Some came with you from Clemson. I guess Archie McDaniel played for you a long time ago. Have you had a past history with Coach Traylor? Where does your relationship with him go back to?
Yeah, it goes back, well, when he was in high school, way back. And when he was at Jacksonville and Big Sandy. I mean, we've crossed paths many times before, and through the crossing of paths and having, different people that you know, common acquaintances, so to speak, and you kind of just build off of that, and then then get out into Tulsa and at Clemson and recruiting his school at Gilmer and the success he's had. I've always been a fan of his and followed him around because the guy's won a lot of ball games, won a lot of state championships, and coached some phenomenal players. So excited to see those guys, but and to have him out here interacting with us and our staff, and he's a huge addition to us.
Jalen Lynch moves over from defense to offense. What led to the decision, and what do you like about him as a blocker?
Well, the biggest thing is that from an offensive line depth standpoint, we needed to see where he could be if he could help us out. So we thought the springtime would be the great time to choose that. He's done a really good job over 3 practices. He's learning the offense. He's learning the calls, and it's a little different than being on defense, where sometimes you just get to go. There's a progression to some things. So excited about that. He's done a good job. He's going to get a lot of reps this spring, so hopefully he'll provide some depth for us.